Hello, everybody. We're back again. We have hopefully fixed everything that was wonky before. We are going to get back into it. Victor, would you please set the scene for us? Would you, with us entering this exhibit?
Yes, so we have entered a pre-Columbian exhibit in which Mateo has taken a look at a stuffed rendition of a pelted warrior with a truly heinous looking weapon. And Mateo was like, yeah, that was me. Totally me.
Yeah. And Lily was just like, I'm sorry, I have to call bullshit on that because Mateo, you have literally never talked about having worn anything like this. You've never talked about wearing, like having a weapon like that. It is very clearly something that you would talk about because knowing you, it's the kind of glorious thing that you would like everybody to know that you did. So I feel like there's something you're not telling us. Come on, Mateo.
And again, it happened to some people I know, and
okay.
and when they told me their stories, I went out and I got money and free things for telling their stories. Just, it's me as the main character. I'm very charming. People like to cheer for me.
Okay. But you just claimed that you were one of these people, even though you don't have very many memories of being immortal.
I mean, I could have been. Look at me.
And just, yeah. And she just kind of face palms.
So it sounds like what you're saying is that you were a con artist who basically tricked people into giving you free stuff.
I mean, are we surprised?
Words can hurt, Yusuf.
Mateo, you said you took blood and items from people. It makes sense. It's a good thing.
You know what? Yes. Can I reclaim the word con artist? Is that something that I can do? I see, technically
I wouldn't be able to stop you even if I wanted to, so go ahead.
Now, is it a con if these people, they want to be told a story and they just pay me and think that I'm very brave and cool for being part of the story? Is it a con?
I guess if you wanted to be very charitable, you could say that you were just like an actor.
I mean, I think that there needs to be a certain, degree of awareness and sensibility around it. I mean, well, when you go to the cinema, like everyone, like you get a disclaimer and it says, well, everything is a work of fiction, and the people and locations and events are fictitious unless otherwise described. And so I think that it is at least somewhat deceptive to suggest that you were in fact one of these warrior people. Don't you think?
No, yeah, you're totally right. But see, this is the part that I am a little unsure about. Am I supposed to feel bad about that?
I mean, I know, maybe not. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily feel anything particularly, except perhaps the delight of having scammed people out of their money, which it seems you already feel. So I don't think there's any problems.
Again, it's always, see, the point is, you take from those who probably didn't run it.
I mean, unless you were scamming a crowd of, so you're saying that you would only scam a crowd of like, I don't know, like ridiculously rich people.
Oh yes, like the donors of this museum.
So does that kind of thing, does that like still work? Like if you were to do that like today and just like lie extravagantly, would you be able to get people to give you money?
Yusuf has pulled out like a notebook and is taking notes now.
Yeah, you know what? Like there might be a job for you here. There must be like a kind of living library kind of position. Have you heard about that before?
No, I don't. You see, work doesn't agree with me. Look at this face. Look at these clothes. Work is I would much rather do what Ashley said. I would much rather lie extravagantly and earn things because of it.
Could you teach me how to do that?
Yes, it's all about confidence. Confidence con? Is that where it comes from?
Confidence.
Putting the
And
con
Yusuf is
in
like
confidence.
underlining the con
Yeah.
in confidence.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's brilliant. You could probably like trademark that. You could probably like brand that.
I mean, you could just keep doing what you've always been doing, become a motivational speaker, and continue to scam people out of out of their money. I mean, have you considered doing a TED talk or something? People pay thousands and thousands of dollars to be there.
Talk to Ted. Who's Ted?
Yeah, who's Ted?
It's a
People
great
pay thousands
question.
of dollars to see Ted? What's
I mean,
important about
I
Ted?
mean, you could be Ted, basically.
I could be Ted. That's a very it's not a very strong name. It's not like Yusuf or Mateo or
Yeah.
Lily or Ashley.
Yeah.
It's a weak name.
Yeah, Ted is so. But listen,
Theodore?
Lily is onto something.
Yeah.
Theodore talk.
Theodore's
Theodore
better.
talks.
We will book you a tour. We'll call it Confidence Man. People will pay to come see you.
And I tell
Lily is so
extravagant
smart.
stories.
Lily, you are so smart.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I think we need to discuss wardrobe. And I think Yusuf takes their pencil and just kind of points towards the warrior outfit. Mateo, what do you think?
I think Mateo steps over this velvet rope.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
picks up the belt and puts it over his suit. And he's like,
Yeah.
do I look regal?
It's certainly a look.
I imagine you said you were like Mateo's kind of like wispy and thin, so I imagine
Oh,
this
yeah,
thing is like
right.
It's too
hanging off.
big.
It is
Yeah.
way too big.
It's made for someone that has like much broader shoulders, and I'm like, well, okay, if as long as you just hold it there and then don't let it move, you're fine.
Now she's just like,
Yeah.
See, we see each other.
We can
This
pin
is-
it. We can pin it in all the
Yeah.
right places.
Yeah.
I
So
can make
I
like
don't
a
know.
button, right? Like, and he throws an arm of this over his shoulder, and he's like, "Look, you see, now it's like a scarf.
Mm.
You know,
it's very
like,
fashionable.
This smells fake. I'm gonna take this off now.
Wait, you don't want to keep it?
No, it smells fake. I thought it was real.
Okay. We can
I think
find
this
you.
is plastic.
We can find you a real one.
Yeah.
Or you can find yourself a real one, honestly.
Mhm.
But honestly, like once I get my doctorate, everyone will have to like take me seriously. So I think that like I can just help support the credibility of the Theodore talk,
Yeah. Lily, the people don't take you seriously.
I mean, they're beginning to, but it's very difficult to get people to take me seriously just in general.
Is it perhaps because you make too many jokes?
I mean, no, but also like, have you ever been? I don't know. Have you ever had to spend hours in the halls of a university? Everyone there is so dry and humorless.
No, if you recall, I don't approve of the whole reading thing.
Yeah.
Back in my time, we didn't have reading, so it's just it's not something that I really got on board with
Okay,
ever.
yeah. So I guess imagine it this way. Imagine it's just like a hall full, like a giant building full of people, and all they do all day is read, and then they talk to people as if they are reading.
That sounds bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds boring. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Also, academics think that every single adjective can and should become a verb. It's a problem.
Can you demonstrate?
Honestly, yes, I could, and I will like hate myself for it. It's like how like they just kind of will say things and be like, oh, like this is going to be how about we trying to think of a good one. Now I'm thinking about all the ones and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is a real word or if this is like a fake word that like people just decide to make. Like, how about, I don't know, verbify? Like, what does that mean? Like, you can't, for some reason, it has to be different from verbalize or explain verbally. But if you verbify something, that like for some reason is a completely different meaning. And every other like academic in the field will be like, oh damn, like this person, what a huge brain. And I'm like, actually, no, you're just actually writing things that are incomprehensible and also not very well explained. Why would you do that?
Can we verbify Theodore talks?
No, we probably. I mean, maybe.
It's like
maybe
jonesing in
theater.
Indiana.
Ashley.
Yes.
Ashley, I think
Maybe
you're
you're
onto
onto
something. Think you're on
Yeah.
something.
Lily, you're a genius. Honestly, you're so good at this.
Yeah, and if someone wanted to write like a paper about this in like this Jones from Indiana, it would be like, Jonesing the Indiana. It's like, what does that mean? But somehow someone out there who reads a lot would just be like, oh, that makes total sense.
We should
It just
verbify
makes you sound
the
very
Jones.
illustrious and well read.
Conning.
Yeah.
Verbify confidencing, conning. Yes.
I think we're onto something here. These
Yeah, I think
Theodore
we are.
talks,
Yeah.
they're gonna make you rich. Gonna make us rich.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I'm already independently wealthy. I mean, I kind of don't need this much money. I've been
Okay.
thinking of ways to spend it
But you
to
can
make people angry.
but you can spend it on lavish set pieces, and also in order like the fact you already have so much money means that you're going to be successful because then you have money to invest in your Theodore talks, right? Like you can put the money in, like spend it all on making a very lavish set, and then you'll make more money from getting the money from people who come to see you. So actually it just means that you get more money in the end, right?
I'm starting to feel like this
Mateo.
is evil.
Do you steal from yourself? You only steal from the wealthy. And you are wealthy.
Oh.
Huh. I feel like I have to start stealing from myself. Maybe this is evil. Maybe
So
this is bad.
so there is an expression. It's make your money make money. So it's like you steal from yourself, but when you steal from yourself, you end up getting back more than you stole.
Now I feel like I am being confidenced.
By
This-
whom?
You're being verbified.
Verbified
I mean,
by your own
verbified.
confidence.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you know what? I'm just trying to learn from your excellent
Oh,
example.
yeah. Maybe I just give you guys money.
Yeah, actually, I could appreciate it. I'm drowning in student debt right now, please.
Student, excuse me?
Student debt.
Why would students have that?
Because university is a very expensive process, and the government is like, oh, we'll lend you money to go to university, but once you get a really
This is
high-paying
making me
job, you
very
have to pay
sad.
all of it. Yeah.
This is making. I'm going to hold on.
You're gonna pay off? Are you going to pay off Lily's student debt?
I think he pulls like a chain from out of his suit, like that was like hidden under like his like button up shirt, and it's got like a ruby that's like as big as a bird's egg, and he just takes it off and he just gives it to Lily.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes, you made me so sad, Lily. I just please make the discussion end about student debt.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Can we move
Wow.
through the museum?
I can afford to get avocado toast and a Starbucks drink tomorrow. How exciting.
Guys, you're really missing out on Jess's face right now. This is fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, Lily, what do you want to look
Yeah.
at?
Okay, so I think that like as we're here, you mentioned that there was a display for these warrior people. I think they're probably in a case like not too far from there. I noticed like a glimmer, and because I rolled a bunch of dice, it says that I got an immaculate weapon that makes me feel awe, which feels appropriate for this setting. So I think it's like a really fancy kind of fancy ornate like knife in perfect condition. And I've seen similar ones, but I've never seen one that's in as good a condition as this. And I'm just going to kind of run up to it and be like, oh my gosh, have you seen one of have you seen these? Like I had like there's a whole section in my PhD thesis about this very kind of weapon. Like this one doesn't even look like it's been used, which is kind of strange. Maybe it's new and it was going to be used and then it ended up here in this museum. I don't know. But in any case, it's something that I've really, really wanted to see forever. Like most of the ones that I've been able to see have been broken or bloodstained, which I think is really cool also, but it's really cool to see one of them that's like intact, you know? Wow. I'm also going to draw a quick sketch of it in my notebook.
Oh shit.
Yes, Mateo?
No, it's nothing. This is nothing. This is probably fake.
Why do you say that? I mean, you thought that plastic pelt was real just a few minutes ago. What would you know about
Real
this
and
knife.
fake.
It looks familiar.
It's
That's it.
beautiful.
Familiar how?
Um, have you ever had a relationship in which
No.
it was not a romantic relationship, it was a friendship in which maybe you promised a friend that you would bring a snake god, and instead
A snake god?
Snake god.
snake god,
I
and
can't say
instead
it.
maybe you stole all of his things.
Wait, you stole things from the snake god or you stole things from the friend?
My friend, and then maybe he tried to kill you with your knife, you know.
Well, clearly it didn't work because you're still here and that
and the knife is in there.
Yes. I'm sure it's not that nice. I'm sure it's not. It just makes me wildly uncomfortable. It's fine.
Oh.
Do all knives make you this uncomfortable, or is it just,
this
knife?
one?
Oh, I see. The thing is, I'm pretty sure I can't die. So, like, knives probably shouldn't make me uncomfortable. This one, it just looks a lot like Ernesto's knife, you know?
Well, there is like an inscription on the handle. I can't read it, but maybe you can read it.
I'm sure Lily can read it.
Yeah.
Lily, so smart.
I'm sure I could read it too. Hang on one second. I've totally been studying this language for my PhD thesis. And it 100% says Ernesto's knife, return to Ernesto if found. But
it's just along the whole blade.
Yep. It's and then like on the other side, if I go around the case, it says property of Ernesto, do not touch, like with 3 exclamation marks at the end of it.
Original OC do not steal.
Yeah, and so I'm just like looking at this, reading this, and I'm like, I think I have to tell Mateo that, sorry. So maybe it's a different Ernesto. You know, isn't that a common name? I knew a guy named Ernesto once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it wasn't the same guy.
There's probably actually blood on that thing somewhere.
Well, I mean, it's immaculate. It's so clean. I mean, unless you have like kind of vampire vision, can see other blood where I cannot see blood.
Mateo?
I can smell it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the museum cleaned it off.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, Mateo, is that smell coming from you?
I'm sorry. Do you mean my smell?
The blood.
No, well, you might be smelling the blood that I brought in as a snack. But I'm
Wait,
sure
you were allowed
this
to
is a
bring
different smell.
snacks in here?
Technically, no, but again, I mean, well,
there
we're also
is a
not allowed to
sign.
walk around with giant pitchforks, but no one stopped you.
There is a sign that says no food and drink.
Well, technically, humans don't define blood as either.
You got a point there. I should have thought about that.
Because actually, technically, if we weren't allowed to bring blood in, then no people would be allowed in the museum. So we're full of blood.
Un punto por Mateo. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Are you hungry, Yusuf? We can take like a snack break.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. So which one, Lily or Ashley?
No, we don't. Friends?
No, friends don't. You know, we're friends, not food.
I thought we were having lunch together. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
No. I think Mateo like opens up his jacket, and he's got like we've established Mateo's stupid rich.
Yeah.
So it's probably this is probably very stupid, but he's probably got like like breast pockets that have like an ice pack and then like a chilled like
yeah. I mean,
blood
like
bag?
like a true con man opening up their jacket, just like, hey kids, want to buy some blood or whatever. Like,
you looking to purchase some sundials?
But is that like electronic? Is there a battery in your jacket that's refrigerating that?
Yes.
so are you cold all the time, having to walk around inside what is
I
basically a
have no
refrigerator?
sensation of temperature.
Okay, lucky you.
Yes.
Do you have a B positive in there?
Yes, actually. This one is from a thrall who is B positive. And
Thank you. And Yusuf just kind of takes it. And imagine it's kind of like a little juice box. There's a little straw in there, and Yusuf is just kind of like sucking on the straw. B positive is my favorite flavor.
it's, I can see it. Your positivity
Boy.
radiates off of you, Yusuf.
Yeah. Does it help
thank
you?
you.
Does it help you to, in fact, be positive?
Lily, this is why we keep you around. You funny one. Actually, yes, it does. You see, inside of the B positive blood, there are little bits of positivity. That's why it's called B positive. There are like little particles of positivity that if you drink it, you get. That's why O negative, everyone who has O negative blood is just, they're very grumpy.
Yeah, I think my thesis supervisor actually has O negative. He's grumpy all the time.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
Lily?
Scientific.
Are
Can
you
I-
O negative?
No, I'm not. I'm O positive. I think. Actually, you know what? What type of blood do you think I have? It's like trying to guess what horoscope someone
If
is.
this is okay, I think in character, Mateo's gonna lean over to Lily and just sniff very deeply.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, okay. That's okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Definitely O. Definitely O. I can't tell positivity or negativity.
Maybe it fluctuates. Can you change your blood type?
I have no idea. I drink. I do not. I'm a man of science and experimentation. Definitely not in understanding human biological functions.
Oh, okay.
I don't
That's
understand vampire biological functions, honestly.
I'll say I've gotten a few blood transfusions before. I'm pretty sure it stays the same.
Okay. Well, I should just continue to believe that I'm O positive in that case.
That's a very positive mindset.
Maybe I should introduce you to my thesis supervisor, and you can, I don't know. Maybe you can have a lunch with. Maybe you can have him. Oh, you can have him for lunch.
I suppose if you're not interested in pursuing your doctorate anymore, I would be more than happy to help.
I mean, I'm almost done, and I think I could finish it without him.
What happened to murder being illegal?
I mean, I didn't say you kill him necessarily.
You do know what happens when we drink the blood, yes?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I think maybe I don't mean necessarily kill him. Can you just kind of snack on him so then he's out of class for a few days?
So
Or is that not really how that works?
s-
Yes,
Yusuf, Mateo. So there's this thing that maybe vampires don't know about it. It's called plausible deniability. So that's basically like, as long as Lily doesn't say like the kill word, then later she can be like, oh no, I have no idea what happened. But if Lily says it,
Yeah.
then she can get in trouble later.
Yeah.
So it's like if you two were like out hunting together, and if you go, oh no, I'm so distracted, I'm looking this way, and then Mateo like ate someone behind you, then you could say you didn't know what happened.
Yeah. So I could introduce you to my thesis supervisor, independent of this entire discussion. I could just be working away on my thesis one evening and then, wake up to the news that, oh no, he's lost a lot of blood, but he'll be fine. And I know nothing about it.
Mateo, have you ever done that? Did you ever? snack, as Lily called it.
Yusuf, do you not have thralls?
No.
Yusuf, oh my goodness, life it could be so much easier. So
I don't have the
then-
money for thralls, Mateo.
that's fair. That's fair.
I'll
Listen,
nudge
could-
Yusuf and be like, no, just tell them that you have a lot of student debt. Like he'll give you something. Just do it.
I have student debt.
Yusuf, I was going to offer you money in any way. You did not have to say you had student debt. So now I'm worried that Lily is going to manipulate me. But then again, what is the saying that the children are saying? Girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight.
Yes. But also I legitimately do have student debt. So is it really manipulation if I need it?
No, maybe telling other people to use that is a little manipulative. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for doing.
Oh,
We're
thank you.
verbifying confidence.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
No, but you simply must. You find mortals who you don't drain completely. And sometimes they like it.
Why would I not take all of the blood?
Because they get blood back. See, I
Oh.
didn't learn this for a long time. But humans, they regenerate blood.
Yeah, the heart just keeps pumping it away. So I suppose if you find someone who's particularly tasty and if you take all their blood, then that means there won't be any blood anymore. Might be centuries before you find a flavor that's the same. I guess I can get it.
Yeah, so instead, you take only what you need instead of like overeating. It's kind of like a human diet. You know? You take what you need, not too much, and then they make more of it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
You know, I never really did like diets, but this sounds like it has something to it. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, next time I try. But then what happens when the human runs away? Because you left them.
So that's the tricky part. It's like a how would you people meet people that that stay friendly even when sometimes you're not a good friend? How do you keep?
I
I
mean,
think
no.
you're describing employees.
I mean, I've always been a good friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like you pay them to stay so that even if they don't like you, they don't leave because you keep paying them. That's an employee.
Okay, but see, I don't want to pay the humans for the blood when I could just, it's free. It's there.
Oh, yeah. You definitely don't need to pay my thesis supervisor. He makes a lot of money on, like, he's making a lot of money already. Don't need to worry about that. I think you could just, maybe. Yeah.
This is O for everybody, right? I just want to make sure to do a check-in. Everybody's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
This is
This is
amazing.
hilarious.
I think Mateo's just like my thralls. So, Yusuf, I don't know if you've ever had this. A human who asks to bite.
Go on.
Yeah, no, a human. I had a snack, and I was like, "Oh, I really like this flavor. I shouldn't kill this person, and maybe we can talk." And then afterwards, they were like, "Hey, I liked that," and I was like, "Oh, what?" And now I see.
Mateo, don't lie to me. Mateo, don't lie to me.
Why would
No,
I
it's,
lie?
it's real. There's like a whole internet subculture around this. Like, I could like show you some forums. They're very explicit, but yeah, no, it's like a whole thing.
I appreciate people
Yeah.
who know what they want. That's very useful.
I never thought about this. Humans that want to be bitten. They want their blood to be taken.
Yeah,
This is a thing. This is a thing.
they're called monster lovers. So yeah, there's like this subculture, where
Well, I mean,
like
I
think
I take offense to the term monster personally, but you know, it's fine, whatever.
yeah, I think it's like the fear thing. It makes them like more into it.
Maybe the
Okay,
term,
so
yeah,
I
maybe the
say
term monster
boo,
yeah.
and then I bite them.
I don't know. Maybe the term monster describes the human. They're like, oh, I'm a monster, but I'm also a lover.
I like this.
Maybe.
You
I
never
like
know.
this. Are these people in the box? The
Yeah,
important box?
they're in your box. Yeah.
How do I get them
That's
out of the
what-
box?
You talk.
You talk to them.
Yusuf, you must learn. I must teach you how to read. You cannot use the box without reading.
It's reading again.
Well, you know what? If you set up like a Tinder, you don't really have to read. You just like look at pictures.
Yeah.
I like that one more. Can I do that? The one that doesn't involve reading.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later. I'll teach you
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Cool. Ashley, we're gonna talk.
Theodore talks. Humans in boxes coming out of boxes. This is very. This
Mhm.
museum visit, truly delicious. Now I'm going to take that knife.
I mean, do you think Ernesto is going to come after you again if you take it? It does say Ernesto's knife, do not touch.
The interesting thing is I did make Ernesto a vampire.
Oh, that might be a problem.
You did what? You don't make your enemies into vampires. Come on, Mateo.
He
That's
was
like
not
rule
an
number one.
enemy at the time.
Oh, so did Ernesto lose this? Are you going to return it to him?
No, I'm pretty sure he swore eternal vengeance on me to kill me with that knife. So I don't want him to have
well,
it.
then if you have the knife, then that means he won't be able to kill you with it unless he comes to find you, right?
My thought is, I take knife, I get very, very, very confused. I lose knife. No one knows where knife is.
Okay.
And Ernesto can come and stab me.
Okay. So if you take the knife,
don't-
can I take pictures of it for my dissertation?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see any flaws with that plan. So while you take the knife, I'm gonna go and look at the next exhibit. So I come across a mysterious item of clothing that fills me with awe. And I think as I am like going around, now that animal pelt that you found, that one was definitely fake. That's why it's just like on a mannequin in the middle of the floor and not behind anything. This pelt is definitely real because it is like behind glass. It is like very protected. It does not look like any animal I have ever seen before. Like, it looks like maybe it could be like a saber-toothed tiger, but it doesn't really look like cat-like. You know, it's got like its limbs seem like way too large. This seems like an impossible creature that should not have existed at the same time as humans. And so I'm just looking at it and I'm like, Lily, what do you think this is? Is it a tiger? Is it like is it like one of those like megafauna things?
I'll like wander around it if there's space to wander around the whole entire box. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think this might actually be a liger. So like a mix of a tiger and a lion.
I mean, I guess that could be. I mean, I've never seen one like up close before, so.
No, I mean, neither have I. I suspect if I saw one up close, I would not be here today. I hope I don't see one up close, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
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 Have Yusuf and Mateo like caught up to us by now? Mateo,
Yeah, I
like,
think
where did you put the knife, by the way?
It's
Is
a
it like on
secret
the
for later.
okay? On I'm gonna wager that he put it on the other side of his coat, like tucked under his arm or something.
that's a secret mouse tool we'll use later.
Yeah, yeah.
But Yusuf, you were gonna say something about the pelt?
Yeah, I think Yusuf like comes up to it and just is like stroking their chin, looking at it. Yeah, yeah, that's a liger.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
you're right,
liger.
Lily. That is.
Yeah.
But do you see the sort of weird markings on its body?
Yeah, they
Right
are
there?
like really bizarre.
That is a cursed liger.
A what?
A cursed liger. You've never heard of them? They were everywhere.
When?
Oh, maybe. What do you think? 800 years? 800 years ago, I think, about. Somewhere around that time. You know, there were cursed ligers everywhere. You couldn't walk down any sort of street without running into one.
What makes it cursed?
Well, somebody put a curse on it.
Oh,
How
yeah,
else do you
duh.
get
What
a
does
curse?
okay?
How
But,
else?
Obviously.
but what does the curse do exactly?
It made the Likers. Let's just say it made them a little aggressive.
Okay. Is it in any way related to vampirism? This curse?
Lily, that's a little rude, don't you think?
Well, excuse me for asking. There's a non-zero possibility. You never know.
I
Do
don't
you
live
think
a
of
curse.
vampirism as a curse?
No, I didn't say I didn't say vampirism was a curse. I asked if it was related at all to vampirism.
Oh, okay. That's
Well,
much
I don't know
less
about
offensive.
Mateo, but I don't have the ability to curse anybody.
It is a gift of passion, of love, of respect for someone, and now they are also immortal.
Uh,
Not many people want it, but hey, that's why you give gift. You don't force.
That makes a lot of sense. Um, so they were cursed, but like, what did the curse do? I mean, it made them like angry, but like,
Made them aggressive.
is it
They
just
started eating everybody's food. Just all of the food, everywhere. They didn't even eat people. They went into your house. They went into your kitchen. And then they ate your food.
oh.
Huh? Well, I guess that's why they killed this one to stop it from eating their food.
You know, actually, it might be that this curse still lingers because raccoons come into my house a lot and they eat my food.
Are they cursed?
They might
Have you
be.
checked?
I didn't know that such a curse existed, but it all makes sense now. I mean, can you come over and take a look at the
Lily.
raccoon that just comes in my
Lily,
house?
oh my goodness. You need to check. Check the raccoons on their bodies. See if they have the markings because
Okay.
let me tell you, this curse, it spreads. And it spreads
Okay.
fast.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. I never thought about that.
Could all modern raccoons be cursed?
They could if nobody's bothered to do anything about it.
Well, most people don't know that this curse exists. This is an actually huge problem.
See, this is the problem with mortals. You claim to have books, you claim to read, but then you don't actually read them. Why is nobody writing about this in your histories?
Maybe people have, there's a lot of books in the world,
I mean, listen, sometimes you buy some books and you put them on a shelf and you plan to read them later. And then sometimes before you read those books, you end up getting more books. It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you use the books, Yusuf, just to impress mortals.
To impress mortals?
Yeah.
Why
so
would you
can
need to
bite them
impress a
easier.
mortal, Mateo?
You can bite them easier.
Okay. You make a good point.
Sometimes you put it's a big book. It's
Yeah.
Peace
I
and
like big-
aliens.
Yeah.
No, wait. War of aliens. No. War and peace. That's the one. It's very big, very impressive. I tell people all the time that I read it.
Have you?
No. It's in Russian. I don't understand Russian.
Oh, you could probably get a good translation if you were interested.
Translation?
Yeah. I like big books and I cannot lie. There might be a good translation out there we could find for you.
Is that the alternative title of this book?
No.
War and Peace, aka I like big books and I cannot lie.
I mean,
that sounds like quite an affliction. That sounds like a curse. You only like big books. You cannot lie. It's awful.
Yeah. I imagine that one would do you in pretty quickly since you've made your whole career out of lying to people with big books, huh?
I could make it work with half-truths.
Yeah.
Wait, is a half-truth a lie?
I think it depends on which half.
Yeah.
The front half or the back half?
Or the top half or the bottom half.
I think if it's the front half, you're okay, but if it's the back half, you're lying.
Okay. A book backlog or a book log. It's just two separate curses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily this is not a curse you were afflicted with, so you're safe for now.
I don't know. To me, reading sounds like a curse, so.
That's a take. That's a very spicy take.
No, I actually, I'm allergic to spices, so my blood is usually pretty bland.
Oh, okay. But okay, hang on. I have the question for you. You can write, but you cannot read.
Yes. What's the question?
That like you can write, but you cannot read. So you write things, and then you cannot read what you have written later.
I simply put my beautiful thoughts onto the page, and I let other people read them. You know?
Okay. You verbify.
Can I
your
see
thoughts.
the notes that you've been taking?
Yeah. Can I see? Can I see as well? Are they
go.
coherent?
And then Yusuf passes over their notebook, and like. Honestly, it's just a mess of different words, some of which have been spoken. You know, you can see the word Theodore in there, for example. But other words are just, nobody has said these words here today. There's like star, there's like wish. You're like, I don't understand what's going on. And there's like little doodles in the corners. You know, there's a picture of like Mateo wearing the pelt as a reference photo, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So it's sort of a multimedia type thing.
This isn't so much a
multimedia
notebook.
experience.
Yeah.
Theodore talks.
I think that's it.
Yusuf, it's all yes. Pam, I love you. You're fantastic.
Yes, so you see, I write down the thoughts and then other people read them. There's not enough for me. I don't read them.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Can I have my notebook back?
Yes, here you go. Sorry.
Do we want to hit another part of the museum, or do we want to do a wrap up? Because we're at 9:55.
I think we could check out one more thing. Does that sound okay?
The museum closes soon, but we should probably make the most of it while we're here.
Sounds good. Who wants to do the last one?
I'm gonna roll a d6.
Go ahead.
Do it. Ooh, I'll roll the d10.
Okay. And I can roll a d8 if you like.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Let's do it that way.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
we
do
can
it
combine.
communal style. Okay, I got
Ooh.
practical.
I got painting.
I got conflicted. It makes the person feel
Ooh.
conflicted.
So a practical painting that leads to conflicted feelings.
Maybe it's a very useful depiction of a historical event, but everybody in this group disagrees on what it's depicting and is like, I feel conflicted about that because it's either not what I witnessed or not what I believe. Like, maybe that works.
Can I say Mateo's in the painting?
Oh my god. Yes.
Yes.
Please.
So I'm just gonna be like, hey, that one, and I'm just gonna look between like you and the painting and be like, hey, wait, is that Mateo? Is that you?
Yes.
Sorry,
Is it
what
a
were you?
question for the group? Is it an accurate drawing or painting of Mateo, or is it like Mateo stylized?
I mean, I think it definitely
I
looks enough like him that I would recognize it as
I think it
Mateo.
is like a photorealistic Mateo. This is from like the period when like every painter was like trying to flex by like showing how detailed they could be. So
Mhm.
it's like down to the facial hair is Mateo.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Yes.
What were you doing there?
Well, as you can see, uh, there were people who were fighting on different sides, and I. Oh wait, I don't remember.
It looks
You
like you're
don't-
running away.
Yeah, this doesn't make you look great, I gotta say. Sorry, buddy.
I am
This,
not a coward.
I mean, okay, but like this picture kind of, can you understand that, like, from us looking at this picture kind of paints you in a bad light?
I mean,
The
yes, it's a
lighting is
painting,
very
Lily.
progressive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, but like everybody else has like swords drawn and they're like in like heated battle and you're just kind of like under the carriage like crouched down, so it's like
No, wait. I think I see. Is that a little knife you're holding there, Mateo, in your hand?
Wait, is that the same knife that you?
Wait, is that Ernesto's
Wait,
knife?
is that Ernesto? Wait, is that other guy over there? Is that one Ernesto? And I point to like a really angry looking man, like who's running towards you, screaming.
I really don't see why this man would have chosen this exact moment to paint. There's nothing interesting about this. That might be Ernesto. That may
Wait, you
be
think
Ernesto.
Ernesto painted this painting?
I haven't been honest with you all. I said, oh, we should spend time to go to the museum. It'll make Lily happy. We can cause mischief. No, yes, this is Ernesto's painting.
I like lean in close and I like sort of squint and it's like I've seen that guy before. That's Ernesto, right?
Yeah.
The one with like wonderful color in his face and blood
Yeah.
dripping down his chin and a couple stab wounds. Yes, that's Ernesto.
Yeah, he's got like the really like well-defined muscles.
You see, he could afford to eat better than me. No longer true. I can afford to eat better than him. But yes, he has nice muscles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw him when we were on our way in the museum.
No.
Wait, what?
I
don't
gonna
think-
start looking around.
Like he was looking the other way, but like I recognize those muscles. That was definitely the same guy.
Why were you looking at his muscles and not looking at his face?
Why do you think?
I don't know. I mean, you're not usually
Ashley,
supposed to
did
bring
you-
guns to a museum.
He's not that defined. I'm cool. Gun show.
And there's like nothing there.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah. And Mateo just looks like a prawn. Like
Ashley, this Ernesto that you claim that you saw, as an employee or another guest?
I think hang on. Lily, do you have a pamphlet?
yeah, I do, of course. I mean, I picked this up on the way. I always pick up a pamphlet. Wait, I'll open the pamphlet and be like, yeah.
Yeah, so special guest artist. I think he's speaking here.
Oh. Mateo, did you know this?
I didn't know that he would be here. I knew his painting. And I came here to potentially trick someone into giving it to me.
Why aren't you need to trick someone? You could just take it. It's kind of right there.
No, yes, but if I just take it, I feel like Ernesto would know and hunt me down. If I trick someone, it's a level of anonymity.
Okay.
Is it? Because now
I mean,
there's another
isn't he-
person involved.
Also, like, isn't he going to suspect you're the one that took his knife in the first place? How do you know the knife isn't cursed and going to eat all your food at night? You don't know.
Well, all my food is blood, and Ernesto will eat all of my blood. So it probably is already cursed.
This could be an opportunity for you to like make up for lost time and like, make amends. Like he's angry at you because you took stuff, but now you're wealthy. You could like pay him back.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's like a respected artist, he's not gonna like kill you in the middle of the museum.
And even if he does, I mean, you told me some people like that, so maybe you'll like it.
Huh.
And you also said you probably couldn't die, so maybe it won't be that bad.
And you can confess your love for him.
We have never spoken about that. No.
There's no time like the present.
And the present is a gift. We should go to the gift shop. We should walk and go to gift shop and then get gifts.
Yeah, for you to give to Ernesto.
And if I may, I think maybe as we're like walking to the gift shop, the sort of last scene that we see as we walk into it is Ernesto is
Ernesto's
there
standing
and we've, like,
right there
bumped,
in the
yeah,
middle.
we've like bumped
Yeah.
into Ernesto, and there's like a moment of like recognition
Yeah.
between the two of you.
Do you drop
Me
your knife? Yeah.
Oh, it definitely flew down to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like thunks point first, like between
Yeah.
your feet.
Hey, this guy. And
Yeah.
there we go.
And that's sort of the awkward like
Yeah.
last scene.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Tune in for a sequel with like Ernesto's love story.
Yeah.
That'll be when we play Dracula Owes Me Money, but instead of
Yeah.
Dracula, it's Mateo.
Mateo.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Duper, you just we're ending up, but like I'll tell you about the drama later.
All right, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Mimi, do you want to do like one last plug for your game that we played today?
Yeah.
Yes,
Before
I
we
would
do
love
outro?
to.
Did we play this as it was intended to be played?
You know what? I think we had fun, and I think if you're having fun, then you're playing right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to do the full 8 rounds, but time got away from us. We had some things we had to deal with, so that's not out our control. I had a wonderful time. I hope you all had fun.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. It's a great game.
Very
Much
cool.
more. Yeah, it's very fun to play it with a group of people.
And you all are such fantastic role players. It's just so easy to like get caught up in the humor of the moment. But if you folks would like to play A Life Behind Glass, it is on itch.io. You can find it. The name of the game is A Life Behind Glass. It's in the POC Made tag. It was a part of the By POC Vamp Jam hosted by Huetopia. Tons of fun games in there that you can check out. So yeah, you and your friends can get into your own petty arguments about items you find in the museum.
Yay.
Yeah, do you want to do an introduction for yourself and then we'll go around the table?
Yes. Once again, I am Mimi, also known as Michelle Jones. On social media, I am Alesha Kills. That is ALESHAKILLS. I make games. I might be doing more of these Huetopia streams in the future. I also have a fan-made playbook for thirsty sword lesbians called the Blade Soul, where you turn into a sword. It's cool. Check it out. Victor.
Hey guys, I'm Victor. I use he, they pronouns. You guys can find anything that I make on my own itch.io at villanvicencio.itch.io. I have recently released a technically it's for the honor, it's an expansion for the honor called fuck. Sorry. Yeah, reliance and recreation. So it's just it's a bunch of games that sort of play into the tropes of, maybe not trusting the people that you're playing with that much, and as well as things that are more fun and like changing your outfits and stuff like that. However, they can be very system agnostic. I've used them in an Urban Shadows game. I've used them in just some different personal like system agnostic role playing. They're fun games, fun to play. Please buy them. And otherwise, you can find anything that I'm saying at Villain Vicencio on Twitter.com.
All right, cool. I think it's my turn. Hello, everybody. My name is Hamna. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer. You can find me on Twitter at hshahid_. That's HSHAHID_, where I talk about all of the different projects that I'm a part of. Upcoming, I do have on Sunday on the Friends Who Roll Dice's channel, I am part of an Invisible Sun campaign. There's a lot of intrigue, surrealness, character drama, things that are happening. So definitely come watch. And then on Tuesday night, we have the finale on Transplanar RPG's miniseries, which is the Hounds of Mercy versus all of Andake and Mercy's 7 Evil Exes. We're doing our finale then. It's going to be super fun. It's an all BIMPOC, all transgender cast, and we are going to be having lots of feels on that episode. So please come watch our finale. But yeah, that's sort of the things that I've got going on right now. I will pass it along to Sebastian.
Yep. Hello, everyone. I am Sebastian. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me at SebastianYue on Twitter. So that's SebastianYue. I am a TTRPG writer, designer, editor, and sometimes performer. You can find all of my links on my Twitter on my Linktree. I've published stuff for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition to DM's Guild, and I write my own games as well on itch. Thank you very much. This has been so much fun.
Thank you, everybody.
Go do a raid, wave, you're out. Bye.